Most of the time when these people be talking, I don't even hear them. They talk and they talk, but I do not hear shit when I'm near them. I swear to God that I came.
YouTube, what is going on, guys? As always, welcome back to the channel. It is your boy Jordan, or JDunk here. You guys decide what you want to call me, but today we are back at it again with yet another 2K gameplay commentary for you guys today. Got a special commentary topic for you guys today, but before we get into that, quickly I just want to say, if you're new to the channel, please take a couple seconds it takes to hit that subscribe button. It helps me, it helps the channel out. We're trying to hit that 100 subscriber dream before 2K17 drops, so it'd be great if we could do that, guys. So, you know, let's help your boy out. And if you guys have been here since day one, your continued support is much appreciated. So, what are we going to talk about today? Well, a couple days ago, glorious gameplay director Mike Wang dropped a little blog, with important stuff about 2K17. We're not going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about the important bits and pieces of what I read. I didn't read the whole thing. I don't read unless it's for school. But anyway, let's get right into it. So first things first is we going to talk about the much, anticipated timing of layups and jump shots. And I'm glad to say it's not as horrifying as you might think it is. First time I heard that, I thought it was stupid as fuck. Horrible idea. I'm like, why would they do this? It doesn't sound that great, blah, blah, blah. But it's not that serious, and we're going to talk about it right now. Okay, so you guys don't think I'm just talking out of my asshole. I'm going to leave the link of the blog down in the description below so you guys can peep it for yourself if you want to. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the timing of jump shots and layups, it's optional, okay, and it's like a skill that those competitive guys are going to want to learn. I don't mean like competitive as in pros, but you're on the stage or to rec center or pro-am, you're definitely going to want to master and practice this. First things first, for the layups, let's say you're on a fast break. If you ignore the timing mechanism on a fast break for a layup, you're not going to miss the layup, okay? You can ignore it. Just for these, let's say you're on a fast break one-on-one with somebody, okay? You can use this timing mechanism to make the layup easier for yourself, okay? Contested, yes, because in the blog it says, you can make those ridiculous layups that Kyrie Irving makes and that he makes look so easy. So that doesn't mean, but he also says in the blog that doesn't mean every contested layup is going to go in due to the shot meter, which is a good thing. Because, in 2K16, those inside players, whether it was the forwards or centers or anything, they literally made every inside shot, it felt like. And it was really annoying because you'd be playing perfect defense and not getting rewarded for it. Oh yeah, it's a skill you have to master, add a skill react to the game. But if you don't use it, you're not going to miss your open layups. But it will be, if you plan in to just run in and drive, on like a one-on-one situation, it's going to help you out. If there's like a shitload of people in the hole, like you're going 3-on-1, it's not going to help you out. So just don't be using it at will. Okay, and same thing with the shot meter. If you're on an open midi and you ignore the timing mechanism, you're not going to airball the shot, okay? And as I'm aware, it only works with the pro stick, so if you're using the button, there's nothing wrong, you're not at a disadvantage. But for those competitive guys, those longer three-pointers, Curry range, the timing is just, more to stay accurate from those longer ranges, okay? And you can also put on like, I forget the shot grade, or like, I forget what it's called, like it tells you like how your shot was, if it was off center, stuff like that. So there's that feature. And at the very end of this section, he says no more missed green lights. So what am I hearing? If I miss a green light in 2K17, I can sue your bitch ass? No, that's not what it means. Okay, don't sue the guy. But yes, he claims there will be no more green light misses. We will just have to see. You know, that's what we always wanted. Okay. You know, timing your release, it takes some skill. So if you get your release perfect, you know, every time in the game, a couple times a game, it should go in. Okay. You shouldn't be not rewarded for missing a green light and knowing your release. That was just retarded. But yeah, so there's the timing mechanism. It's not as serious as people came to think, which I'm glad. It actually seems pretty useful and a skill that you might want to master. You know, for your average park players, it's not that big of a deal. You know, but for your stage players or the Jordan record program or whatever they're bringing back, you know, the more competitive things, you'll definitely want to take your time to learn and master that. So let's go on to the dribbling. As you know, all the, you know, like signature sizes and stuff have been broken down. But that also means you can combo stuff, you know, like you can put in like a Jamal Crawford behind the back and then into Steph Curry between the legs, but you'll just have to manually do it. Okay, which is good, which means more skill in dribbling and ankle breakers. You know, in this game you could just span moves until you broke someone's ankles, no skill involved whatsoever. Okay. So yeah, that's cool. You know, dribbling is going to be something not everyone can do, and also like depending on which play style you create, like shot creator, sharpshooter, stuff like that, that's probably going to make like a big effect on your dribbling too, because in 17 everyone's players will not be able to do everything. You're going to be able, you're going to have to choose like what's most important to you and what you want to do. So yeah, dribbling is going to take, you know, some practice, something you're definitely going to have to put a good amount of time into if you want to master it. And that's always a good thing. We don't want noobs to be able to do skillful things. You know, I was nowhere near a good dribbler in 2K16, so you know, it's not really that big of a deal for me. I'll probably find my couple basic moves and leave it at that. And why that's also a good thing is we're going to be talking about the fatigue system. So everything you do in this game has a fatigue system. Or I mean, what am I saying? Brings down your fatigue. Sprinting, dunking, contact, dribbling, all that stuff. So for you, you know, hero ballers out there, you guys in 2K16 who would dribble for 15 seconds out of the 24 seconds on the shot clock, that shit's dead. Why? You're gonna drain the shit out of your stamina. I mean, you can do it anyway. Okay, you can be one of those losers, you know, who thinks he can win every basketball game 1-on-3. Okay, but you're just gonna drain your stamina. God, I cannot talk today. Stamina. And you're just gonna mess yourself up for the rest of the game. So, you know, dribbling, you're gonna have to try a couple moves. You know, probably like 3 or 4 moves max. If you can't get open, you're gonna have to pass it. You know, let your stamina regain a little bit, and you know, go on with that. So I kind of like the sound of that. You know, dribbling's not going to be a focal point like it was in 2K16. You know, they're moving around that. You know, you got to use your teammates, stuff like that, which I always appreciate. Not saying that dribbling is dead. You know, obviously you can use moves to get past people, but you can, you know, you cannot take seconds and seconds and seconds off, because 1, you're just going to ruin the shot clock for your team, and 2, you're just going to ruin your stamina, which sounds like a big part of this game. Okay, because let's say on one possession you nuke your stamina, you just lose all of it. Okay, what does that mean? 1, like short-term stamina bursts. You know, let's say you let your stamina regain, you're gonna have less stamina at that point. Okay, let's say you have 100. So let's put this situation: you have 100% stamina on this possession. You nuke it down to 0. Next time your stamina bar fills up, you're gonna have like 80% max. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's the best way to describe it. You know, that's what he was saying. He didn't say it like that in the blog, but that's, you know, pretty much what it is. Okay, and you have to be careful with your stamina, because, you know, let's say you nuke it all the way, it's gonna hurt like your attributes. You know, he said something like, you know, your attributes are going not to go down, permanently, but like for that game, you're gonna have like, I don't know, -1 speed, or you know, agility or something like that for the game, I assume. And you know, when it comes to my career, that's going to lead to injuries. You know, it's going to lead to injuries and stuff like that. So yeah, I will read like a bits of piece out of the blog for the stamina part right now. It says, when your energy bottoms out, your long-term fatigue starts to drain at a higher rate. You take a significant hit to several attributes and lose your ability to sprint at full speed. Long-term fatigue also works as a ceiling for short-term fatigue. So however, the lower your long-term fatigue is, the less short-term fatigue you'll have to work with. You know, that's the 80% that I was talking about. You know, and that will lead to injuries. In my career, you know, in park, I will assume like missed shots and stuff like that. So yeah, you know, just be careful, guys, when we're talking about that. You know, dribbling and sharing the ball and stuff like that. Watch your fatigue, is very important in this game. But as always, guys, hope you liked the video. Leave your comments on what you think. You know, go read the blog and leave your comments below on what you think. You know, it sounds good, the feature so far, and I like what I'm hearing. So yeah, that's always good. As always, guys, thanks for stopping by the channel. Thanks for the recent support. If you're new, please hit that subscribe button. You know, like button if you want to, if you enjoyed. And as always, guys, this is Jordan. We're out. Peace.